staff a housing protection department.
Move items 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Second.
Second.
I believe there were going to be some amendments.
Second.
We're in a staff report.
It's okay. Oh, go ahead. It's up to you. It's up to you,
It's
Mayor.
not needed.
Not needed.
Second. Madam Clerk.
Council members Dotson,
Aye.
Padilla,
Aye.
Morales,
Aye.
Franklin.
Mayor, I wanted to comment on this item.
Okay.
Sure, go ahead.
I just simply want to make sure that, based upon the ordinance, that it's the employees that are coming on board will be transitional employees, not permanent, and that the program is set for December 31st, 2024. So that's the 10-year expiration period.
Yeah.
2024 is not 10 years.
I'm sorry,
It's a
20.
5-year.
Okay, so.
Okay.
Go ahead.
First of all,
I'm going by what's in the
Go ahead,
section.
Yakima, because I don't know that we're going to guarantee that, but they will be transitional to start, but go ahead.
Yes.
Okay, so the ordinance, the council's intent when the permanent ordinance was adopted was that after receiving input from tenants and landlords, that the 3% cap would be for 5 years. And then after that, it would be, we would allow what state allows.
Okay,
State goes until 2030. So it's my
well, wait,
intent-
let me finish this. Our intent is that rent stabilization is something that's going to go on into the future. So, I mean, to say that this is a 10-year program, I think it's very destabilizing and disheartening for people that live here right now. Because if you allow rents to go up 10, 12, 14% after 10 years, you're gonna be in the same situation that you are now. Go ahead.
Mayor, but my understanding was that we had, when we approved it, we didn't approve it with this stipulation that it would continue after the 10 years. What we said is after the 5 years, it would then revert
To the
state. And there was no discussion about after 10 years what we would do. And so I think what Councilman Franklin, and I'll let him speak on this, is that the thought is that this continues to go, and we can revisit it in year 8 or 9 or
Absolutely.
or whatever,
Yeah.
right? Whoever's on the council at that time can revisit it. But what we're saying is just up front that the employees that would be coming on would be transitioned.
And I agree with that.
Okay, well then.
And Mayor, if I may comment, reading from the section E, this section shall remain in effect only until December 31st, 2024, and at the end of that date is repealed. So it can be.
2024.
Right, so
That's the
the,
Yeah,
5
that's-
years.
that's
so
what
they repealed the 3%,
Right.
and instead of clarifying that we will then allow what state allows.
Right.
So the intention is when we bring back the
Ex-
ordinance, it would be amended to
To-
read
to-
what your intention
To
is.
reflect the
Yes,
state.
right.
Yes.
That's right. That's
Go
why
ahead.
we're about to.
And-
Comment
yeah,
by
and-
Councilman Morales.
And the key terms is, what would happen is when ours effectively sunsets, which is in
Our 3%.
2024, it would actually trigger the state
Yeah.
to come in. Because we would, and you can correct me if I'm wrong when I'm done, but at that point, we would continue to service the community with regard to what the current law is allowing.
If we incorporate it in our ordinance, otherwise there would be no
And
enforcement.
that was my next thing. Do we need to take a step? And is that step now, or is that step in 2024?
I think we should do it now, when the when an amended ordinance comes back, so we can just clarify it then.
Okay, that's fine. But I knew that was the moves that were, just to clarify. And what Councilman Padilla said in terms of, I think that is the most accurate. When we made our decisions was, to trigger into 2024 and then allow the state to dictate. And then at that point, when that sunsets, we can make our own decision in terms of
Right.
expanding it or
Exactly.
stopping it at that point. So I just wanted to clarify that we're on the same page.
Good.
And make sure that we address that now.
All right.
With one more, because the general fund is funding up the startup costs for the department, can you include a motion that when we start collecting registration fees at the general fund to be reimbursed?
Okay.
That's it.
Okay, hold on a second. Well, so Where's the city attorney? So is that a motion we can make right now because this is on the table? See, we're gonna have to redo the motion, but what I'm saying is, what she's recommending is that we, right now, make the motion that the general fund will be reimbursed retroactively once we collect the fees. So that's the question that's on the floor.
For this item, I believe we could do that because that's where it should be going to the general
Okay,
fund.
so let's.
So I'll do this. I'll rescind my motion.
There you go.
You can rescind your second, and I will amend my motion to include approval of items 1, 2, 3, and 4 of DR2 with the amendment and stipulation that any costs associated with this program will be reimbursed to the general fund at a later date.
At the point that they are collected, fees are collected.
At the point that the fees are collected, I agree with
Okay.
you.
I second.
Okay,
Yes.
so what you're seconding though, so you're moving the entire 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yes,
With the
Added.
amendment.
That's correct.
And first and second it. Madam Clerk, would you call the roll?
Yes, Mayor. Council members Dotson,
Aye.
Padilla,
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Franklin.
Aye.
Mayor Buds.
Aye.